For Subaru BRZ, this is a sports car that some of you may not have heard of, although you'll probably recognise its face. This is because it's made in conjunction with the tell-happy Toyota GT86. I actually had a quick drive in the GT86 last year, and in truth, I was a bit underwhelmed. So would an extended drive in the BRZ help change my mind? To find out, I decided to take it somewhere rather special, Cheddar Gorge. Right then, let's see what's what. First things first, what's the power like? So underneath the bonnet you have a 2 litre naturally aspirated petrol boxer engine, and it offers 197 brake horsepower with 205 Newton meters of torque. And I know what you're thinking, well, that's a bit feeble for a sports car, and if I'm honest I would be inclined to agree with you. But this car isn't built for speed, much like the Mazda MX-5. It's built all about motoring purity, balance, chassis, the way how the car handles, all that jazz. So in this case, the BRZ isn't about speed, it's about fun and just enjoying how a car should drive, and this car does drive pretty well. Now this car is an automatic. Yeah, I know, it kind of sucks. But the automatic gearbox isn't too bad. Would I have it in a BRZ or a Toyota GT86? No, I wouldn't, if I'm going to be honest. It's not a bad automatic gearbox, but I wouldn't have it. But I have done a separate video where I'm talking specifically about the automatic gearbox, so be sure to check that out. So this car doesn't offer a massive amount of power, but how quickly would it get to 62 miles per hour? Well, I'm afraid you're in for a bit of a wait, because it will take you 8.2 seconds. Oh, 8.2 seconds. That's like a lifetime. Let's just count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got bored of counting, but it's quite a long time. And the top speed isn't much better. That's 130 miles per hour. Yeah, I know, it's not exactly rapid, is it? But if you go for the manual, then you will see better performance. So the 0 to 62 time is cut to 7.6 seconds, and you also get a higher top speed of 140 miles per hour. So if you're looking for more speed and of course more driver engagement, then check out the manual. So as well as the 197 brake horsepower and the 205 Newton meters of torque, you also have driving mode. So I've got normal, sport, and for some reason I've got snow. I'm not really too sure what use this car would be in snow, but never mind. You've also got the traction control, which you can turn off, and you've got a track mode as well. So let's face it, this car isn't built for speed or power. So how does it actually drive? Well, it feels quite old school. Now, some may say old-fashioned, but I think that would be cruel. This feels raw, it feels analog, and I really like that. The BRZ feels like a throwback rather than a new car, and that is by no means an insult. We live in a world where the majority of cars are turbocharged to be as efficient and as powerful as possible. Sure, some may argue that the BRZ could do with a turbo, but I salute Subaru for sticking by natural aspiration. Sure, the car isn't the fastest, but is it boring? No. Let's give it a little blast down here. Now, as you would expect, it doesn't feel out and out fast, but has it got enough performance to keep someone like me happy? Yes, it has. I would like a bit more power, of course, but where this car really shines is in the corners. The handling is fantastic. The steering has got a good weight to it. It's got good communication. The front end of the car feels super nimble. You get a sense that the front end just wants to dart into a corner and find the nearest apex. So as a driver's car, well done Subaru / Toyota. You've done well here, you really have.
The grip is also impressive as well, and that's thanks to Michelin Primacy HP tyres, but that's not to say that the back can't be playful when you want it to be.
So you may be wondering, what is the advantage of a boxer engine, or what is a boxer engine? Well, let me pull over and explain. So what exactly is a boxer engine? Well, it's still 4 cylinders. However, let me just lift up the bonnet like so you can see the engine in all of its glory. Now, as opposed to an inline 4 engine where the pistons fire vertically like so, I know it's a very good demonstration, a boxer engine, the pistons fire horizontally, so they do that, hence why it's called a boxer engine, because it kind of moves like a boxer's arm. Now, what's the advantage of having an engine such as this? Well, you can mount it lower in the car, which gives you a lower centre of gravity. Plus, it also reduces weight on the crankshaft as well. So you may be thinking, well, why don't more car companies use a boxer engine? Well, there are some cons. It's a more complicated engine. It's also more complicated to service, and because it's a flat engine, it's quite a wide engine, whereas an inline 4, they're narrow and compact and they take up less space in the engine bay. But for the sake of this car, a boxer engine is worth having. Good stuff. Right, more driving. And because of that boxer engine, the car has got a low centre of gravity. These seats are wonderful to sit in. Okay, your back will cramp up on a longer journey, but the seats are supportive. You're sat low down in the car and you feel like you're a part of the car rather than simply being sat in it and driving it. So the BRZ almost feels like an extension of yourself. Now let's talk about the ride. As you would expect from a car like this, the ride is firm. Is it out and out hard? No. Let's face it, you won't want to drive this car long distance, believe me, I've tried. And although the ride is firm, I must actually be honest, on longer journeys it's not too bad, but I wouldn't want to do it every day. But let's face it, this isn't an everyday car.
Okay, well, you could use this car day to day, but be warned, the rear seats are next to useless for any human of a vaguely normal height or size. But on the plus side, the boot is more practical than you'd probably expect, offering 243 litres. That's more than rivals such as the Nissan 370Z and the Mazda MX-5, plus it's also a little bit bigger than the Toyota GT86.
Now, what does bother me is the tyre noise. Now, I know it's a sports car, but this car has only got 17-inch alloys, so they're not massive, and the tyres aren't super low profile, but let's just listen to the noise. So let's change it up. It is quite audible, and on the motorway it's pretty much deafening.
On the plus side, the BRZ has more creature comforts than you'd expect. Starting from a price of £26,565, you'll be able to enjoy features such as automatic lights, keyless entry and start, limited slip diff, cruise control, 6.2-inch touchscreen, navigation, Bluetooth, dual zone climate control, LED headlights, heated seats, plus more. The model tested here though has got the automatic gearbox, therefore it's priced at just above £28,000.
I'll tell you what I like about the BRZ, it feels alive, it feels like it's got a soul, a character. So if you're looking for a raw analogue sports car that you can pick up brand new, the BRZ is definitely the car for you.
Yeah, okay, the MPG isn't that good and the interior is far from luxurious, but hopefully you'll be having too much fun to care.
So after my somewhat underwhelming drive in the GT86 last year, has the BRZ won me over? Yes, it definitely has. You know what, my week with this car has been so much fun, and now I get it. Now I know why so many people rave on about this car, because it's simply fantastic. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to click that bell icon so you get notified every time I make a video. And if you haven't done already, don't forget to subscribe for more car obsession.